morning, ma'am. I am Demer S. Sigba from BSED English 2A. So this morning, I am going to discuss the two language program or policies that I was proposed. The first slide, as you can see, is my first proposed language program or policies, in which entitled Incorporating of Philippine English Language in the Classroom as Part of Instructions. Many instructors or educators using Philippine English in the classroom has become a key aspect of their curriculum or their instructions. However, this is due to the fact that it allows their learners um, or students to learn and grasp the language that they will be using in their daily lives. So basically, as teacher, we can assist our students to gain a greater understanding and appreciation for their own language and culture because they are bringing Philippine English into the classroom. So it also enables the students to communicate more successfully with classmates and colleagues. Basically, it is a matter of accepting the use of Philippine English in the classrooms for them be able to communicate each other effectively. Because as a matter of a fact, that not all students can speak the standard American English or British English. So, furthermore, utilizing Philippine English increases the cultural awareness of appreciation of the students. So, it enables children or students to appreciate the variety of languages spoken in their country. So, and of course, as teacher, we encourage them to embrace their own distinctive identity. In addition, actually this program focuses on accepting Philippine English in the classroom settings. Yes, as I experienced, some teacher don't accept Philippine English as a media of instructions because they want standard American English or a British English. But what I concern about is that this Philippine English language should be accepted freely in the classroom because as Filipino citizens or as Philippine citizens, this is our own instruction or our own language. However, there are several reasons that why Philippine English is acceptable in the classroom. So, in this language that it incorporate the use of Philippine English in the classroom because it is important to recognize and values our country's cultural variety. So it enhances the our communication skills among students as teachers. So English, we know that is a universal language. So it used in various fields such as business, science, and technology. Using Philippine English in the classroom, students can develop their proficiency in the language while they are still retaining their Filipino identity. So, basically accepting this language or Philippine English language in classrooms is intended to improve good communication and understanding among students because Philippine English is a distinct dialect of English that has formed over time as a result of cultural and linguistic influences. So, as teacher, we can help our students to enhance their language abilities while still honoring their cultural identity. So, if they accept this type of English, Philippine English can improve communication between Filipino students and their foreign colleagues. It enables individuals to express themselves more boldly and precisely, which is critical in today's worldwide society. The following are the two strengths of incorporating a Philippine English language in the classroom as part of instructions. So number one, promotes cultural awareness and appreciation among students. So it is critical to promote cultural knowledge and respect among students in order for them to create a more diverse and inclusive society. We can, as teacher, we can create a greater understanding and respect for one another by educating our youth about diverse cultures. So number two, develop their communication skills and improve their understanding. By developing communication skills and proficiency in the Philippine English language, it is very important for success in various aspects of life with practice and exposure to different forms of media. Let's say, for example, in English, which is the debates, public speaking contests, or speech, and etc. So there are many. However, in general, is as individuals, we can enhance our ability to communicate effectively with others. And the weakness of this is number one is some students may struggle to understand it because of the dialect and accent variances. So we should accept the fact that there are some students who are unfamiliar with their teachers or peers dialects, um, or accents in which they are struggle to understand what is being said. So this can result in irritation, misunderstanding, and in extreme cases, disengagement from the learning process. However, to overcome these challenges in Philippine language, as teacher, we or you must be aware of your students' different linguistic demands and give them an appropriate support on their learning process. The second language program or policies is about the Visayan Language Revitalization Initiative. So, the Visayan Language Revitalization Initiative is a program that seeks to safeguard and encourage the Visayan language to restore, in which is to continue spoken by millions of Filipinos. This program particularly or policies aims to address the language's decline as a result of globalization and upgrading, as well as its treatment in education in the Philippines. So, an enormous effort is being made to preserve and promote one of the Philippines' most valuable cultural treasures. We can assure that future generations are working together to support this cause. So the initiatives of restoring Visayan language is focusing on engaging a young people or students in language revitalization activities. So this includes creating educational resources that incorporate Visayan into school curricula, as well as giving young people or giving them the opportunity um, to learn and practice the language through immersion programs. So the first strength is promoting the Visayan language. As a student, I feel it is critical to expose students to diverse languages and cultures because and the Visayan language is no exception. So incorporating the Visayan language into regular teaching is one method to promote it in the classroom. So as teachers can, for example, incorporate Visayan terminologies in math or scientific lessons. So in order to the learners have practice writing in Visayan in language arts classrooms. So this will not only assist student learn the language but will also help them comprehend its cultural significance. So by doing so, we will be able to help conserve this precious language for future generations. The second one is simplicity. Simplicity. The instructional materials are simple and easy to understand, making it easier for students to acquire the fundamentals of the language. There is also an emphasis on practical application with training based on ordinary situations such as ordering food or asking for directions. So one of its weakness is lack of standardizations. The Visayan language is one of the most widely spoken language in the Philippines. Um, this language, however, lacks standardization, which presents a difficulty to both speakers and listeners. The lack of standardization or standardized syntax and vocabulary makes it impossible to construct a uniform set of norms for writing and speaking in Visayan. These issues also impedes communication or this situation impedes the communication among Visayan speakers from various regions. It includes misunderstanding can occur due to differences in pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. So in order to address this issue, efforts must be taken to create a standardized form of the Visayan language. A thorough direct dictionary and grammar guide should be created to serve as resources for both students and teachers. Standardization will increase communication among Visayan speakers. To further discuss what's the purpose or highlights of this language program or policies in the classroom is that it helps to promote, of course, inclusivity and diversity in the classroom and generally in education. So when teachers use Visayan alongside English or Filipino, but of course this is only applicable specifically in the school wherein both teacher and student can speak Visayan language. So to continue that they create a more welcoming environment for students for the students who may not be able to fluent may not be able in fluent in this language. This can help to boost their confidence and engagement in learning. So, moreover, using this language or Visayan language can also help to to preserve and promote local cultures and traditions as well. So, by incorporating local stories, songs, and proverbs into lessons, so as teacher, um, you can help students to connect with your lessons, roots, and also appreciate the richness of their own culture. So, generally, learning this language has practical advantages that go beyond communication. So, it can provide a fresh experiences and possibilities while also promoting cultural awareness and appreciation. So, using this language in the classroom settings is not only important for promoting inclusivity, but also for preserving local culture. So it is therefore essential that as future educator or as educator, of course, recognize its value and incorporate it into the into our or into your teaching practices. Again, this is Demer Sigba from BSED English 2A. So that would be all, and thank you for listening.